Hi friends, I'm going to show you how to set up your eBinder for our Europe unit. Okay, we're going to do our entire unit in this binder. It's made through Google Sites, so you're going to have to basically make your own copy of the site that I made for you so you can then edit it and access different things. So this is in Schoology. It's a setup kind of slideshow to kind of help you and walk you through it. And it gives you some steps, like you're going to click the three dots, but I'm going to show you also step by step how you're going to make your own copy. So you're going to click this button that says create a copy of this template, and it will bring you to part of my Google Drive, which is just like one of the folders. And you're going to open up, the only thing in here is the template called Europe Unit Binder. So you're going to open that up. It might take a little bit to load because it's kind of filled with a lot of things. Once it loads, you're going to click these three dots. Whoops, I have to move my screen over. And you're going to click duplicate site. Okay, this is going to give you your own, and it's going to say, do you want to duplicate this? And you are going to say yes. But I want you to start, before you click duplicate, I want you to put your first and last name right here so you know that it's yours. When you click duplicate, it will copy it, and it takes a few minutes. So you might have to wait a couple minutes before you'll see it show up. And it will actually show up in your email. So it will say your copy is ready to go, and then you're going to open it and you'll have your own copy. It will look the same, it just now has your name on there. So a couple more steps before we can actually work in our binders. There are a few features on Google Sites that's different than other Google apps that we've used, okay? You're going to have to publish your site. So you can do this right away, okay? Before you do that, I want you to also add your name right here. So you're gonna add your name there too. So whenever I'm looking at your site to see kind of like where we're at, I can see whose I'm looking at. You can also add your name up here too if it doesn't show up, but it should show up because you already added it before. So the next thing you're gonna do is click publish. Now, when you first publish it, it's gonna say, what do you want it to be called, okay? I just want you to use your first and last name. You can just do first dot last name, or just, oh, just kidding, you can't do a dot, they don't like that. You just have to do first and last name all together, no spaces, okay? And then you will click publish. If you skip that step, I won't be able to access your site at all, so make sure you don't skip that, okay? Now, I'm going to go over what we're going to do and some of the functions of the eBinder in a second. But every single time you make a change to your site, like let's say you type anything in, like right here, you type something, you have to be sure when you're done for the day that you click publish. Okay, and it's going to say, do you want to review your changes? This is what you're changing. And sometimes it takes a minute to load. And you don't have to review them, you can just say publish, okay? If you skip that step at the end of the day and I go look at yours, I'm going to think that you didn't do anything. And you're going to be like, wait, no, I have it right here in my Google Drive. But it only shows up for me if you click that publish button, okay? So just make sure at the end of each day you start getting in the habit of clicking publish. Now, the last step before you work in your binder is sharing it with me. So here's what you have to do. You have to click the little arrow, this drop-down menu, and you're going to click View Published Site. So right now we're in edit mode. Like I could edit this and delete stuff and add stuff, okay? But this, if we click View Published Site, we're in viewing mode only. So we can't edit anything. This is like if you were to share it with someone. Your name will still show up in the corner over there, and you'll still see all the pages, and you can still navigate to different pages and whatnot. But this is the link that I need. So up here, you are going to copy and paste the URL, okay? And that's what you're going to submit to me. So in Schoology, I have a spot for both hours. If you're in my Avid class, you'll see one in your class Schoology page that says third hour, where you're going to click on the Google form, and it will automatically open. You're going to put your first and last name here, and then you're just going to click paste, okay? And then you'll click submit. And then I have a copy of your site that I can look at as we go through our unit. Okay, so don't skip any of those steps. That's why I made a screencast so you could go back if you need to, if you're not sure that you have them all before you submit it in the Google form. Go double check that you went through all the steps. These are the same things I just talked about, but they're written out for you. So if you prefer written steps, you can try that, but it's easier typically to just follow my screencast. So in our binder, we are going to use it in a lot of different ways for a lot of different things in our whole entire unit. So we have our learning goal and scale linked here. Basically, all the pages are linked with everything that you need, but there are also spots for you to respond. So you'll notice our first intro activity is what do I know about Europe? And it says write 3 to 5 sentences about what you know. You're going to write that right here, okay? I'm not going to type it all out, but just right in there. And then let's say I'm done for the day. I just have to remember to click publish, and then I can close out of it. The nice thing about this is none of it is on paper, so it will all be in your Google Drive always, okay? Remember, Google Drive saves every 3 seconds, so as long as you don't close out of something like insanely fast, you should just wait till it says all changes saved in Drive before you close out, and then you're good to go. Okay, this is an activity we're going to do later on that's linked here for you, some vocabulary that we're going to do, some map stuff that we're going to do that's linked, and another response. So you'll notice there are multiple pages because these are all of our topics that we cover in our Europe unit, okay? And each page is a little bit different. There are a lot of like click here and then make a copy. So there are a lot of different directions in here. So as long as you just kind of follow along step by step, and I'll tell you exactly what we're working on in class each day. I'll tell you on the physical features page, we are doing physical features / history notes. So you'll know. Oh, okay. And I'll change this. It says to grab a note sheet from the front of the room, but if we're still distance learning, I will make sure that you have a digital copy in Schoology if you need that, okay? The other thing is, although a lot of the stuff is going to be done right in here, we're going to be handing a lot of things in Schoology. So in that Europe eBinder folder, you'll see this folder that says assignment submissions, submit assignments here. There is a Dropbox for all of these assignments that we're going to do throughout our unit. I know it looks like a lot, but we're going to do it step by step throughout our whole entire unit. So you will click on this when it's time to turn in vocabulary, and you'll click submit assignment and turn it in there, okay? So we're using our binders mainly as our learning tool, but we'll use Schoology a little bit to turn assignments in. Okay, I'll explain all this in further detail at our Google Meet, so make sure you show up to that because it's going to be helpful. Otherwise, email me if you have any questions.